maybe not these ones. They are grown up. They are responsible. They are fathers, but the other younger. So anyway, so these two generations of our fathers and their sons, okay, they are Herman from Germany, Jan from Sweden, and Jussi from Finland, and then Gilberto from South America. Okay? So we want to, they are from different cultures, different backgrounds, different ages. We have heard from Jussi about their experience in Lasmo, and we want to hear the next one is from the coast in Brazil, beautiful coast from that city. Just tell me for 1 minute, where do you live on the face of the earth? Don't give us a long, but just for 30 seconds. Mr. Gilberto.
Thank you, John. I live in the south of Brazil, a city called Curitiba, Paraná. It's a great place. The weather, the climate, it's average the same as here. The plane, it's just directly, so it's 5 hours difference of time, but the climate, it's almost the same. It's a very good place.
You know where I live.
Thank you very much. I will ask you this next question to you, but I promise you guys, I'm not going to ask you, because you don't ask that question to your fathers. You can guess what? How old are you? And how old are you?
36.
42. 42.
36.
Okay. So 36, 42, are they in the same generation, or they are, the other one is in 40, 50? They are the same. They are in the same generation? Okay. So, Herman, you say you are not afraid of telling us your age, but he's scared. He's scared. I'm not afraid. You're not afraid? Oh, they are very courageous fathers. Tell us, how old are you?
I'm 64, but I'm feeling like 63. No.
Wow. Jan, how old are you?
Well, I am 65 years young.
65 years?
Young.
Okay. Wow. So.
And I'm not retired, I'm refired.
You are refired. But you look like a teenager and all that, right? Full of energy. Okay. So I want to ask Gilberto, in 3 minutes, what is your experience in the part of the world where you are coming from in terms of the current status of the generations, especially the younger generation? What is happening in Brazil? And we heard the whole society, what is happening in Finland. Happy. Are you the second happiest place on the face of the earth?
Thank you, John. Actually, in Brazil, we are getting older and older, the generations, like the young generation being at their their father's house. So they take too much time to understand they're individuals and they have to constitute family and be responsible for that living. And that's a problem because they took too long to have responsibilities. And at the same time, the older generation, they almost get control of everything, and they use that control, this money control, to establish the rules of everything. So that's kind of problem because the young generation don't fulfill their role, and the country is bleeding because of that. And actually, the lack of honor between generations, it's a problem either. Because when we as young do not recognize what the conquest of the older generation and what that means for us to be living, that's a huge problem. And yesterday, Jan says something that was great for me. He says you don't have to about the continuity. I forgot the word. Not pass the baton. When you receive your father's heritage. Thank you, heritage. We are just expanding him, not fulfill it. So I think that's one problem that we have in South America. And as ICCC in Americas, I think one of the main point is language. And that's a key for you too. I know that there's a lot of different languages of different countries, and the language it's something that you can use for increasing your job in that place. In Americas, we have Spanish. Almost countries speak Spanish. We have, of course, French and other languages, but Spanish-speaking countries are the most common in Americas. But Brazil speak Portuguese, Brazilian Portuguese. So we are like another country, different culture and everything. So it's very difficult to join. But when we speak the same language, and God is helping us to speak the same language and in the same heart, it's incredible what God is doing. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Herman, German. I know in Germany you have been very economically successful in the past. I used to put you as we used to read the statistics then that before it said Europe, you used to say the Japan or Germany, and then as the largest economies and all industrialization, it has happened. I think you must be the happiest people on the earth, because when I was last in Frankfurt, we were driving in a Benz and we were just having fun and say, let's do 200 kilometers an hour. Yes, cruise, you don't know. We can't do that in Botswana because on the streets you will see the goats and the cows passing by. So could I be right that you are the happiest drivers? Maybe before you answer that, I, in my other world, work with Lufthansa Consulting. Lufthansa, the German airline, and the vice president of Lufthansa did come to Botswana. We were trying to help Air Botswana. And I remember he had a very funny background. He says, I live in France because of the food, but then over the weekends, during the week, I work in Germany. During the weekend, I am in France. France because of food, and Germany because they say strong work ethics. He didn't mention about the beer they love to have in Germany, even as they are trying to be on the roof, fixing the roof of a house. But let that aside. What are you the happiest people on earth? We want to come to Germany, all of us in Africa, and work because there is the heaven on earth. Please tell us from the context of parameters of Josie.
So we Germans tend to always complain. So even if everything is perfect, we find something to complain. So I was wondering, he didn't mention that half a year it's dark in his town, and the water is always freezing cold. That would the German point out first. Obviously, he didn't mention anything, though. You think so? We need really, as Germans, to rewire, and we lost so much of our good values in the last years. It's the tempo of going down is amazing. So the Christian values are drawn out of the society, and now we see it in economy, we see it in education, and I'm agree 100% with your Botswana president. He said, first education and second economy, that this brings people together, and this is deteriorating in Germany in a pace, in a speed that is overwhelming. So, but what I was always concentrating on is to influence my surrounding, my sphere of influence where I have authority in. And I'm not ashamed to go in a complete other direction as all the others around me. And as I one time had a bill of my deliverer, they made a mistake, a door, because I was a wood wholesaler, a door was mentioned on this bill with 1 mark at that time, one German mark, and it was about 800 German mark. And I called him and I said, your bill is wrong, you know. And from that day on, with this deliverer, with this supplier, if I say something's wrong, he said, you are right. You know, so it created something. You change the atmosphere, yes, the sphere of your influence if you are sticking to what is right. And so this, now talking about generations, because that's where we are coming from, I hadn't much teaching about how to do family and so on, and you know, was working 12 hours a day. It was very chaotic, and we had good times and bad times, more bad times than good times, but we were always working. And concerning the family, the Lord helped me out because I was a believer. At certain times, he pointed out, now you need to help your 5-year-old. And I went in and I helped him because the teachers were saying, you're left hand. Everyone wants to be, that he write on his left hand, but he wrote with both hands. And my wife said, okay, they are right. I said, no, he is a right hand. I asked the Lord. And so I stepped in at a crucial part of his life, and I set time aside. I had no time, but for weeks I was practicing with him to use his right hand. And until now, he's very capable with both hands, but he was no left-hander. So the Lord just helped me out, even if I had no concept. It was Jesus helping me. And this was carrying through my whole life. So going against the odds, going against everything. So, and now my children say, oh, Father, you had not much time, but we are not missing out anything because the Lord helped me to be present when this was needed.
Wow. Did you decide to be present and absent from your 12-hour work after you have made all your money maybe? So now you are settled? Or is that what we should follow? Or what lessons can we learn from your mistakes, if any, in the German society in terms of putting God's order of priorities, God himself first and the family? And where are the fathers in the society of Germany in the midst of this industrialization and pressure to work and work? Thank you.
What I realized is that a lot of the young guys, let's talk about 20 to 40, they don't have any idea who father is. And I realized that God is calling up apostles and fathers in the whole of Germany in a speed that is amazing. It's supernatural. And so it's like if God in his grace wants to catch up, if people are sticking to the kingdom values, really kingdom values, and not hindering God in any way. So and there are people called, and he called me. 4 years ago, he called me, and I was sitting at the end of a long day, and suddenly the Holy Spirit came upon me, and tears were flowing down. I was writing, and he gave me a complete concept to pass on my fatherhood and my apostleship and my experiences and the miracles I experienced with the Lord. And it is a complete concept, and it started last year.
Wow.
This year it started.
Thank you. Never too late, right?
No.
Yes, God is faithful. Let's go to Sweden. Now, Mr. Jan Storeson, I just want to start by this. One, the last time I was in Malmo, I was carrying my bags at Copenhagen airport, and when Sarah came to fetch me, she jokingly said, I think John is relocating to Sweden. I wish it was true, because I told my wife when I came back, then we went back with Priscilla to Örebro. And we were jogging in the streets. And then we made a joke and say, it looks like we are in heaven on earth. Comparing with my cities in Africa. So we made a decision. Priscilla, she's very good at working in the kitchen, cook food, washing. And then we said, I think we should stay here. You will be a maid. Me, the only thing I know is to cook pap unsima or that. I'll be cooking, but there will be no stress, because we have come to heaven on earth. And I was comforted to see a lot of young Africans from Somalia, Ethiopia, Burundi, there in Sweden. Could we now migrate to Sweden, being the happiest place? Everything is like heaven on earth. Clean, everything. What do you say about the happiest place after, of course, Finland?
Live stream can't hear.
Oh, hello, live stream. I'm streaming to you now, and I just tell the story about Sweden has to beef up a little bit. So at the same time, we have received a lot of migrants in the last 10 years. Sadly to say, too many from all around the world with new values, and it's fine, it's good, but we could not easily. We haven't helped them. We have put them on we gave them some money. We're not been able to put them into work. So that's been a huge issue. Today, all the parties are saying we did something wrong. Yeah. So I think it's about how can we as Christians, how can we take a responsibility in prayer, also, but also practically. And I think there is. We are, and the most important thing is that many of the young population, the young persons, have lost future, have lost visions, have lost hope, and that because of the social media industry is, I think, that killing our teenagers around the globe. So I think we are always. Sweden is an entrepreneurial country with the most big global brands in the world, linked to 10 million people. And we are always picking up immediately new things. We're the first nation in the world to say yes to Palestine. A non-existing people, non-existing, no, blah, blah, blah. We did that 10 years ago. We were very quick with the LBTG agenda. We were very quick with the abortion agenda. We are quick in all these things which we should not do at all. And we, including in the European Union, we try to apply stupid policies as soon as they are in place. And then France, Italy, Spain are just laughing because we will never implement these policies. But Sweden think we should be very, very nice and good. So we have a mentality which is we're actually fighting against. And so we have, the good thing is now we are getting a lot of African pastors coming to Sweden. I met 200 migrant pastors a half year ago, and we need them because they say we're coming here because you lost track. You need to come back on track. We come now. You send in missionaries in the 1950s, 60s, 70s. Now we come back to you and say, this is still relevant, what you read in the Bible. So we need stand together. And that can help us. The problem is sometimes that the body of Christ in Sweden has not been so happy about all these crazy praying guys from Africa. Praying loud, you know. I like the loudness. But I think the Lord is doing something now in unity. There's doing something in unity between Swedish leaders in the body and African leaders. So I just welcomed them. I was able to speak to them. I said, thank you for coming. And I said to the Sweden, I have a dream with like 100 people were standing on the rail station, 100 Swedish pastors. And then comes the rail. We've allowed more than half full of African pastors. And the Swedish pastors said, wow, we will not, there's no room for us at all. So you just go. So they said, you go with the train. We take the next. And then, in that dream, no other train came. That has been, to me and to many other spirit leaders in Sweden, a sign of we need to jump on the train with the migrant pastors. Because we need them. They need us. And the dream ended with all these people standing on the platform saying, there's no train coming. And then they was dispersed and they just you have to go home. So I think we are saying thank you to Africa for standing together for the future.
Thank you very much. We have not run out of words, but out of time. We've got only 1 minute to go. So I think we will have to pause here for the sake of our time.